Are there other things you can do than investing tons of money and hours of your own time into your business to get it to grow faster? Is there something that you can do that would require less of your physical effort and give you bigger outsized gains in a shorter period of time? The answer is yes, and it's called acquisitions. And in this video, we're going to talk exactly how small businesses can scale rapidly through one simple strategy. And this strategy is the same strategy that many of the wealthiest business owners and Fortune 500 companies activate every single day to scale and make outsized gains inside of their business. You have access to this strategy today. And it first starts with seeing the business landscape differently. You hear a lot of talk out there on the internet, all over social media, all over YouTube about buying a business. And no, it's not a lot of hype or a lot of fluff. There is immense value that can be created from you buying a business. It is one of the fastest ways that you can scale and grow your existing business. But how, you might ask? Well, let's run through a few scenarios. Let's say you run an advertising agency and you have 10 employees. And let's say your business does Facebook media buying. And you know that many of your clients also need branding or creative work. Now, you can hire more employees that come in and do branding and creative work at your agency, or you could simply buy an existing branding or creative firm that's for sale that works perfect with yours. Lots of synergy. It's a strategic buy. And overnight, once you ink the deal, your business is now larger, especially if you're buying another agency that may have another 10, 15 employees. You've now doubled your size. And let's say your agency was doing $3-4 million in revenue. And let's say this agency that you buy is also doing $3-4 million in revenue. Overnight, you're now doing $6-8 million in revenue. And let's say the agency you bought has 40 clients. And let's say your agency had 40 clients. Now, overnight, you have 80 clients. And yes, there is extra things that you need to know when you run a larger organization. But with the extra cash flow, you can now hire smarter, more talented people to come in and manage this growing business with you and for you. Now, you can run this scenario into any industry that you work in. If you're in retail and you have 3 or 4 stores and there's someone that has a similar retail footprint as you do, and you can go buy their 3 or 4 stores, you've now doubled your size. And you see very large organizations do this time and time again. eBay purchased PayPal many years ago because they're not a technology firm that was going to spend all the years and millions of dollars of capital into figuring out a payment gateway system. They just bought one. So you too don't need to figure out all these things. If you know they can fit into your business nicely, you just need to go find the organization that's ready to sell. So if you're an online educator and you're thinking about all these new courses that you can build, well, just go find other online courses that have been built and those individuals are looking to sell their business to you. You can increase your footprint very quickly just through acquisitions. So yes, there's many things that you need to know about how to buy a business, how to identify the right business, how to set up the capital and the infrastructure for buying a business. And these things, there's plenty of information out there. Maybe I'll create another video on that. But right now, I want you to wrap your head around growing through buying other businesses, increasing, doubling, tripling your size simply through a few acquisitions. So there's a tale of 2 business owners. One says, I want to take this business from 5 million to 50 million. I'm going to white knuckle it. I'm just going to take one more client, hire one more employee, and just do everything I can over the next 10, 20 years to get this thing to a $50 million business. The other business owner says, I'm just going to buy 10 businesses that are each producing $5 million in revenue, and I'm going to do it over the next 5 years. That's going to get me to 50. Is there a right answer or a wrong answer? No, it comes down to what your intention is and what you're trying to build. What kind of life you're trying to create for yourself, your ability to attract smart people, your ability to learn new things. But if you want to grow faster and scale quicker, then these are the strategies you have to deploy inside of your business to get you there, because these are the same ones that very wealthy, very successful business owners are activating every single day. Now, once you get savvy and good at this, you can start identifying companies very quickly that would be a good fit and having conversations with the business owners and asking them, hey, would you ever be interested in selling me your business? And there are numerous ways that you can finance these deals: creative financing, debt, equity, earn-out scenarios, hybrid scenarios. You should never be held back because you don't have the capital today from identifying great businesses and then having conversations with those business owners about potentially buying them. And there are a million reasons why someone would want to sell their business. I created another video. I'll put the link down below. It's called the 5 Ds of why business owners leave their business: death, divorce, disease, dysfunction, and distance. But even beyond those 5, there's numerous other reasons someone would want to get out of their business. Life moves on. People's desires and habits change. People want to do different things. They have different ambitions. So you should always be having conversations with business owners that are strategic for you to buy, and just say simply, hey, would you ever consider selling me your business? I can tell you firsthand, I do this all the time. It doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm on the golf course, at the coffee shop, and I meet another business owner, the first question I always ask them is, would you ever be interested in selling your business? You'd be surprised. Many times people say, yeah, I've considered it. I've definitely thought about it. That's the beginning of a conversation. Now, there's something called a strategic fit. And this is where you take your core business and you ask, if there was other businesses that I can bolt on to mine that would make this overall business more impactful, more valuable in the marketplace, what would those businesses be? Think vertically integrated. Let's say you're an apparel brand and you want to buy a fashion magazine. Now you can run your own ads in your own magazine. And let's say you want to buy an influencer marketing firm so those influencers can wear your apparel and promote them online. And then let's say you want to buy a digital advertising firm so it could run all the traffic to your apparel brand. Now you're thinking vertically integrated, where you own all of the pieces that are needed to make your business a wild success. You see this all the time in manufacturing companies where the core manufacturer is making one product, but it has to outsource its supply chain to other pieces. And then it says, why don't we just buy the other pieces in the supply chain? So eventually they own multiple pieces in the supply chain, decreasing the amount of costs for their overall end product, increasing the overall profit, still allowing them to serve other customers. So there's a lot of really unique, creative, interesting strategies here when you start thinking about growing your business through acquisitions. Very often when I have a client that tells me they want to take very large leaps, the first thing we have to look at is their acquisition strategy. And if they don't have one, we need to have a very deep, in-depth conversation about why they don't have one, what it would mean if they did have one, how it would overall work, and what impact this would make to the business in the short and the long term. Then we measure that against the alternative, which is a lot more hard work. And naturally, everything is hard work. So you get to ask yourself the question, where do I want to put my hard work? In white knuckling my growth year over year, one more employee, one more client, one more customer, or growing through acquisitions, spending my time more strategically, having more in-depth conversation with strategic fits for my business, and then activating the game plan to get it done, finding the financing, working the deal terms, and then ultimately integrating those businesses to create something much larger in a shorter period of time. They both take time. You get to answer the question of where you're going to spend your time. So there you have it. If you want to scale your business in a way that wealthy, successful business owners have done it in the past and will do it in the future, then you will want to look at acquisitions as a real strategy to take your business and grow it much quicker than potentially you're currently doing it now. And no, this is not a cure-all. This is not a one-size-fits-all. And it most certainly is not a magic pill. Yes, it does take time. It takes strategy. But it is possible for you, especially if you start thinking about it today in the right way, through the right lens, and doing your research. So my hope and my intent for you is for you to have a new approach towards business, is to have a new mindset and to think about growing your business in new, creative, different ways than maybe you have in the past. If you want more information on acquisitions, you're curious about buying another business or potentially even selling your business, please leave us a comment, leave a note below, find us in the DMs. You can always find me online. Just type in Tim, the Inside Man. Be more than happy to jump on a call and answer any questions you have. If you like this content, please like, comment, and subscribe below, and we'll see you on the next video.